There are people who feel untouchable, stars whose light seems impossible to dim. Whoopi Goldberg is one of those rare names. She has made us laugh until we cried, brought us to tears in films that stay with us forever, and challenged us to think about life in unexpected ways. Yet behind every smile, every award, every moment on stage or screen lies a life marked by struggle, pain, and resilience. At 70, she carries experiences that would break most people. Her story is not only about fame, but about survival, courage, and unwavering determination. Early life in Manhattan born. Karen Elaine Johnson on November 13, 1955. Whoopi grew up in Manhattan's Chelsea Elliott housing projects. Her father left when she was very young, and her mother, Emma, worked tirelessly as a nurse and teacher to keep food on the table. Poverty was constant and harsh, leaving emotional and physical scars that shaped her childhood. School offered little refuge. Teachers called her slow, classmates mocked her struggles, and she couldn't understand why learning felt so difficult. Years later, she discovered she had dyslexia. At 16, overwhelmed by humiliation, she left school carrying deep feelings of inadequacy, though the blame was never truly hers. Teenage hardships and trauma. Even before leaving school, life delivered crushing blows. At 14, Whoopi became pregnant, alone and terrified. Unsafe home remedies nearly cost her life, and a year later she faced another pregnancy. Thankfully, new laws in New York allowed her safe medical care, but the trauma left lasting scars. These experiences planted the seeds of fierce advocacy for women's rights, driven by a determination to ensure no girl would feel the isolation she endured. Her teenage years were further complicated by experimentation with drugs like LSD and heroin, attempts to escape pain that only intensified it, leaving her close to destruction. The battle with addiction became one of the most dangerous chapters of her life. Whoopi repeatedly tried to escape the trauma of her past through substances, but every attempt only deepened her suffering. Recovery was far from straightforward. She faced countless failures, relapses, and moments of despair. Yet through sheer willpower, she clawed her way back to sobriety. The lessons she learned were profound. Avoidance doesn't heal, and courage, facing life head-on, does. These early battles forged a resilience that would carry her through fame, loss, and illness. Survival became a skill, honed through experience, and it would define much of Whoopi's life story. A journey west. After leaving school, Whoopi drifted west in search of stability and opportunity. She worked an array of jobs, waiting tables, laying bricks, even doing makeup in a funeral home. Her experience was gritty, raw, and real. She also taught acting, counting a young Courtney Love among her students. These years were not glamorous. They were about survival. Every day was a challenge, a negotiation between hope and hardship. Yet, even in these humble beginnings, Whoopi discovered the power of persistence, of working tirelessly to find her place in the world. Every struggle added layers to her eventual success. Trauma from the skies. In 1978, Whoopi witnessed a catastrophic accident in San Diego. Two planes collided mid-air, raining debris down in fire and metal. The trauma from that moment left her unable to fly for 13 years. Panic attacks, sweating, and racing heartbeats ruled her whenever she faced travel. She journeyed by bus, traversing the country with anxiety shadowing every mile. Eventually, a career opportunity forced her to confront this fear. The night before her first flight in over a decade, terror overwhelmed her, yet she boarded anyway. It was not graceful, but she survived, and in doing so, conquered a fear that had ruled her life for years. Early motherhood. At 18, Whoopi married Alvin Martin and gave birth to her daughter Alex, yet the marriage was short-lived. By 23, Whoopi found herself a single mother, raising her child while struggling to survive. Poverty was relentless, yet she refused to let Alex feel unwanted. Whoopi balanced the impossible task of providing for her daughter while still finding herself. She often watched Alex sleep by dim lamplight, whispering promises she sometimes doubted she could keep. These years demanded every ounce of her courage, and they instilled in her a fierce sense of protection and dedication that would echo through the rest of her life. Repeating history. Ironically, history repeated itself when Alex became pregnant at 16. Whoopi, now tasting success in Hollywood, faced the nightmare she had endured as a teenager. Watching her daughter navigate the same pain ignited a new level of determination. She doubled down on her work, her sacrifices, and her protective instincts, ensuring her grandchild would grow in a safer, more secure environment. The juxtaposition of red carpets and personal struggle underscored the duality of her life: public triumph versus private challenge. Despite fame, Whoopi remained grounded in the realities of survival, empathy, and the responsibility of motherhood. The rise of a star. Whoopi's career began with small, unnoticed roles, like her debut in Citizen in 1982. But in 1983, she created a one-woman show that revealed her raw honesty, vulnerability, and comedic genius. Audiences were captivated by her ability to make them laugh and cry simultaneously. Broadway followed, where she performed with intensity and authenticity. These performances weren't just entertainment, they were declarations of survival and resilience. Every joke, every monologue carried the weight of her life experiences, and audiences recognized the depth behind her humor. This was the start of Whoopi Goldberg truly becoming a household name. Near-death experiences. In 2018 and 2019, Whoopi faced one of her most harrowing battles: a severe illness that began as a simple cough and escalated into pneumonia. Infection spread to her blood, leaving her with only a 30% chance of survival. She disappeared from public life for 6 weeks, relying on machines and tubes to stay alive. Returning thinner and weaker, her first applause was not for performance but for life itself. Such near-death experiences reshaped her perspective, fostering gratitude and a deeper understanding of mortality. Illness, along with other health struggles, reminded her that survival requires constant courage and resilience. Health struggles. Whoopi has also lived with endometriosis, a painful condition that affects many women, and has openly discussed the challenges of maintaining her health and weight. Additionally, she has spoken out against online scams that used her image without permission, protecting both herself and the public. Her health battles, coupled with the pressures of fame, illustrate her commitment to honesty and advocacy. Even in success, she continues to confront the vulnerabilities that shaped her life. Each challenge she faces is met with the same perseverance that carried her through childhood poverty, addiction, trauma, and personal loss. Life today. Today, Whoopi lives quietly in a 1920s estate in New Jersey and owns a villa in Sardinia, Italy. Her net worth, estimated at $30 million, reflects decades of relentless work. She is a grandmother and great-grandmother, finding joy in family life that surpasses any award. She continues to appear on The View, contribute to film projects like Sister Act 3, and advocate for causes close to her heart. Though surrounded by comfort and acclaim, she has faced loneliness, grief, and health challenges. Her story is a reminder that wealth cannot erase loss, and fame cannot shield from life's most difficult realities. The legacy of courage. Whoopi Goldberg's story is not a tale of flawless triumph. It is messy, human, and deeply inspiring. She stumbled, failed, and rose repeatedly, facing barriers in Hollywood, poverty, addiction, illness, and personal grief. Through it all, she has lived with honesty, compassion, and courage. Her legacy is more than her films, awards, or performances. It is a testament to resilience, empathy, and the strength to keep going, even when the world feels unbearable. In a life full of scars, Whoopi Goldberg proves that surviving, truly surviving, is the greatest achievement of all.